Over the weekend, the right-wing commentator Tucker Carlson broadcast the long podcast interview he did with Mike Huckabee. Huckabee is a right-wing politician and Christian Zionist who's now President Donald Trump's envoy or ambassador to Israel. In that interview, Huckabee dropped a bomb that sent shockwaves across the Middle East. I'm Borzu Deragahi. I'm a longtime journalist and foreign correspondent. I write the Substack called Badlands. It's at Borzu, BORZOU.substack.com. You can see the URL here, hopefully. Here's the snippet from Mike Huckabee that caused so much trouble.
Christian Zionism. I want to go back because that's where we started.
I'm not going to let you off on this because you have said it 3 times that God gave this land to this people. And so it is entirely fair for me with respect to ask, what land are you talking about? Because I just read Genesis 15, as I have many times. And that land, I think it says, from the Nile to the Euphrates, which is, once again, basically the entire Middle East. So God gave that land to his people, the Jews, or he didn't. You're saying he did. What does that mean? Does Israel have the right to that land? Because you're appealing to Genesis. You're saying that's the original deed.
It would be fine if they took it all.
So for decades, all these American officials and interlocutors are saying to countries in the Middle East, don't be so paranoid about Israel. They've dismissed this idea of a greater Israel that Israeli officials sometimes talk about as just a conspiracy theory. No, they say to like Jordan and Egypt and Saudi Arabia, Israel just wants to be at peace with its neighbors. Then with this one soundbite, this Bible-thumping guy, Huckabee, leveled all of that talk. He basically said that the U.S. would be fine if Israel essentially occupies and annexes much of the Middle East, and that's because God promised the Jewish people the land from the Nile to the Euphrates. In the Bible, in the book of Genesis, the news was all over the Arab media.
السفير الأمريكي ليس وحيدا اللي يتصور أنه هو يغرد خارج السرب. لا، مخطئ أنت. الأمريكان هذا الكيان يعني متفقون جميعا في دعم هذا الكيان الصهيوني.
14 Arab and Muslim countries, along with the Arab League, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and the Gulf Cooperation Council, issued a joint statement condemning Huckabee. Now, I've covered the Middle East for more than 20 years. It usually takes days for a country to issue an official statement on something and weeks to come up with a joint statement with another country or other entities. So it gives you a sense of how angry this made the Muslim world and the Arab countries in particular. This vision of greater Israel, it covers Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Saudi Arabia, and even parts of Turkey. And basically, this guy is saying that America is fine with that. U.S. had to issue a statement walking the comment back, and even Huckabee rushed to Twitter to basically retract some of what he had said. But I think it's too late. The damage has been done. So Huckabee considers himself some kind of intellectual, but he's never really had to face off against anyone outside of the Fox News cult. From the administration's point of view, he should have never been allowed to meet with Tucker, who's kind of a tough and wily interviewer sometimes. This also damages the prospects for cooperation or acquiescence by the Arab countries ahead of the US and Israeli campaign to launch a war against Iran. So it's kind of harmful on multiple levels. Not only does it ruin the US image in the region, not only does it basically feed into all these conspiracy theories about Israel and greater Israel, but it also undermines US strategy and goals just at a crucial time when it's preparing for a possible conflict against Iran. Again, I'm Borzu Deragahi. I write for the Substack newsletter called Badlands. It's at Borzu, BORZOU.substack.com. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and please consider subscribing.